Hello and welcome to another NASCAR video, and if you haven't heard, they are doing an in-season challenge now.
Kind of like Denny's bracket challenge.
No! Completely different.
For the next few races, and I just wanted to put my hat into the ring of this. But first, I want to tell you guys about our sponsor. Me, because I work a fucking 40-hour work week and I still do this shit, and I post once every 37 years, so, it's just me here, dog. Anyways, hello and welcome. I wanted to do this because I thought this would be a lot of fun, since I've made 3 NASCAR videos in total over my career here. Let's just jump into it. Honestly, this first pick kind of feels like bullying because Hamlin is going to move on to the next spot. Funny enough, I fucking hate Hamlin. It's funny, I love his podcast, I love watching him, he's a very good person outside of NASCAR, but I will never root for him to win. But you fucking got me for this one, dude, you're gonna win. Next on the bracket is Busch versus Keselowski. These are 2 people, 2 veterans that I've absolutely loved for a long time. Right now, I'm on a fucking Busch kick right now, though. I need that motherfucker to win. I need him to move on. I need him to win. So we're going to push him along. Now, this is going to get controversial. This is going to get going. This is going to be a lot more, like, people that I'm going to be pushing along that doesn't really make sense. And is literally going to be because I fucking hate Joey Logano and I don't want him to move forward. Bowman is genuinely just one of the most entertaining people to watch. I love the things that he does. I know he has some problems. I know he doesn't always meet the standard that he feels like he should be hitting every time, but I fucking love him and I want him to keep going. I want him to keep moving up. I want to see him do better. This next matchup is a really big struggle for me because I came back to the sport and I really love Bubba Wallace. He was one of the reasons why I came back to the sport. I really love seeing him move up. I really like seeing him do things and become who he is today. And I really want him to win sometimes. And the person that he is against is Daniel Suarez. And this is going to hurt my heart because I love both of them. Suarez is my dad's reason for coming back to the sport. He absolutely loves Suarez. He loves him in the new NASCAR series, so this is going to be a struggle for me. But I think I'm gonna have to go with my gut is I love Bubba Wallace. He's just my guy. He's my ride or die. I want to see him win. I want to see him do better. Next up is the number 12 and the number 21 seat of Nemechek versus Berry. Nemechek comes from a family that I love the Nemechek family. I love the racers in there. And I really think that it's gonna be a hard choice for me here. I'm gonna have to go Nemechek just because I know Barry comes from the Penske shop. I know that it's going to be a hard read on who's really going to be winning this one. But I genuinely think that I really just want to see Nemechek move forward. Ryan Hunter has been a person that I've been looking forward to seeing what he's going to keep doing. And as a person that's just coming back to the sport, he's very interesting to me. Now, some people that are very interesting to me, and some people that I'm very disinterested in, is Elliott and Austin Dillon. Chase Elliott, very interesting person. I'm very happy with what I've seen from him. He is the most popular driver multiple years in a row, and there's a reason for it. He has a presence when he's on the mic. He has a personality in a sport that it seems like NASCAR wants to push away the personalities as of late. Austin Dillon has all the personality that I absolutely hate. He has the number 3 car that I wish the number would have just stayed where it was. But he had that big win right as he came back up in the number 3, and that is such a beautiful moment for him. I just don't fucking want to see him win, honestly. So, gonna push on Elliott for this one. These next 2 for me are very interesting people. The Melon Man versus Davy Jones. I absolutely love Melon Man. I love him for everything he does. I look to him for an interesting race. I think even though he has some hot-headedness behind the wheel and he has some problems with keeping that consistency, I feel like I love Chastain so much. While Davy Jones is sitting there in the 43, the beautiful car that he's sitting in, I think I'm gonna have to give it to Chastain, and it's probably only because he's the higher seed. Davy Jones, I think Jones just gets slept on for his super speedway races, and Atlanta is that like middle ground of almost super speedway. I think Jones has a very good shot, but I like Chastain just a little bit more. I'm gonna be 127,000% honest. I don't really know Stenhouse Jr., okay? So we're gonna just press the button of moving Bell up to the next slot, okay? You understand. We all understand. Thank you very much. Chaseathan Briscoeathan versus Noahathan Gregson-athan. Now, I love Briscoe, but I got a weird soft spot for Gregson, and I really like Noah Gregson. Every time I see him do things, every time I see him do well, I want to see him do it again. So this is going to be my upset round. I think Gregson's going to move on where Briscoe's going to be behind. I hope you guys don't absolutely hate me for this one, but the 3 people watching aren't going to care anyways. Williamathan Byronathan is going to be my next pick. Because honestly, William Byron, just like knowing that he's got the 24 number, not only the backing of Jeff Gordon, but just how far he's actually like willing to prove that he deserves that number. I think he's got it, and I think he's moving past. I love him, and I need him to keep going. This next one, Ryan Blaney versus Carson Hocevar. I really came back into the sport the year after Blaney won his championship, and I really wanted to see him go back to back. I was just really happy about it. I really wanted him to do it, and he was just held off by Joey Logano last year, and I really wanted him to go far. I really wanted him to win. And I think I do this year too, but man, Hocevar, I really love him as a rookie. I know it's not really a rookie. That's not really who he is, but like he needs to prove himself still. And he's got that hot-headed kids, like he wants to just prove himself, and he's doing it in this like really aggressive way, and like that rubs people the wrong way, but I kind of like it too. But you've got to go with that proven, that known strength that Blaney has. And so Blaney's gonna move up for me on this round. Now, I feel like this next round is gonna be a hate pick, honestly. Like, I not only hate Larson, but I like Reddick, okay? And Reddick being on 2311, Reddick showing his prowess, winning the normal season last year. He's fantastic. And Larson, sometimes I want people to hit him into a wall, you know? And if he accidentally hits the wall this weekend, I don't think it's gonna bother me, honestly. So we're gonna move Reddick up, just for the hate, just for the hate of me not wanting Larson to go. Okay, I'm at the last four picks of this round. I gotta say, I know both of these people are good at road courses, and in this TNT Sports, like this all-in thing, I've gotta say, I'm guessing the rest of the field is really happy to get rid of the the kings of this road courses in the before the road course comes into play. I still don't know either of these people very well, but I like Almond Dingling's name. You know, I like his name, so I think I'm gonna push him up. I think that's a good way to like choose somebody, right? Just go by their name, Almond Dingling. Yeah. Now, Ty Gibbs versus Justin Haley. Okay. Honestly, before I go through this, I had a hiccup. I didn't realize that SVG is not on this list at all. My boy is not on this. I don't think I would have put him as a winner for this weekend anyways, but that's kind of making me sad. Anyways, Ty Gibbs versus Justin Haley. I feel like Justin Haley is the better choice, right? But I feel like though Ty Gibbs is a lot of people like to call him the Nepo baby, I feel like he's gotten very good results this year, and he's genuinely trying to prove himself, and I think he's doing well, and I want to see him move forward, so I'm gonna move him forward. I'm gonna do that, and I think that's a good idea. Let's hope. Next, Zane Smith versus Austin Cindric. I don't know Zane Smith that well. My fiance chose Zane Smith to win a long time ago when we went to Pocono last year. But I think I gotta go with Cindric, literally because I gotta go against my fiance. Like, genuinely, I don't think she's got a good head on her shoulders when it comes to race cars. Okay, I don't think she knows. She doesn't know anything. Chris Buescher versus Todd Gilliland. I genuinely don't know either of these drivers for it, just because I'm so new to this sport. Again, I feel like I don't really know these people. I want to go with the seed choice just because I'm a big dumb stoopy dummy head. You know what I mean? And I think I need to do that. Okay. Let's just go with it. Let's just roll with it. All right. And that's the end of number 1 seeds. Now we gotta go to the number 1 seed. What am I talking about? Let's talk Hamlin versus Busch. Okay. These are the two people that I know the most about from before. From long ago, in the before times when I watched NASCAR. I think I want to put Busch forward. I want to so bad. And I love Busch. On my bingo card, I have him as a win this year. I really want him to move forward. I want him to break his no-win streak. What racetrack are we on? Okay, I want to redo this a little bit. I want to go back. I want to pretend that I didn't mess that up. That's the end of Atlanta. That's the end. That's where I think is going to go for Atlanta. And I want to move on to what is going to be the Chicago Street Race. Now, let's talk Hamlin and Busch, okay? I love these two. I love these two because outside of the track, I guess. I love these two outside of the track. Busch, I want him to win. I want him to win, and I don't think Hamlin is as good as at the road courses. And while I would pick Hamlin most times because he's 44 and he's racing like he's in his prime still. He's such a strong competitor, and I love him so much for like pushing to like have that moment with his new kid and everything. I'm so happy for them. I think his head is too diverse in all these different things that he has to do. I think he has his team in Joe Gibbs that he needs to work on. He has his team in 2311 that he has to think of. He has his kids. He has to think. I think there's so much going against him, as well as not being as good at the road courses. I think Busch pushes forward. And I need Busch to keep going. I need him to win. So Bone Man versus Wallace. Now, we gotta think about last year. This was literally the toss-up that made Wallace hate Bone Man last year. He hit Bone Man after the race because Bowman kind of pushed him aside in an earlier loop of the race and cost him a bunch of spots. I think Wallace comes back with a vengeance. I do think Bowman is a lot better at the road courses and the street courses, of course. Like, he won last year, but I do think that Wallace has a chance. And this is just my love picks. These are literally just me forcing my love picks into these chances right now. So this is going to be a Busch versus Wallace going into the race after. I think this is where I want to go. I think Wallace has so much strength in like wanting to improve, and he has improved all of this year. He has way more like competitive edge this year, and I feel like you can see it in everything. While he's forcing himself to not be as hot-headed, I think he's got it. I think he's got it this year. I'm gonna leave it. That's gonna be where it's gonna go. Okay. Nemechek versus Elliott. I love the story that Ryan Hunter Nemechek would win against Elliott in this, but I think I gotta go with my gut, and I think Elliott would win this. So I'm going to push him ahead. Then the next one would be Ross Chastain versus Christopher Bell. William Bell. I think the time machine that William Bell has in the show Warehouse 13, William Bell has a time machine, right? And I think that time machine helps him win in this race because he could restart. So I think I'm gonna push it for Christopher Bell. I think that's how I'm going to use this one. Okay. Noah Gragson versus William Byron. Need I say more? Ryan Blaney versus Tyler Reddick. Okay, Tyler Reddick won the regular season last year. Ryan Blaney almost won the championship 2 times in a row last year. I don't know their street course numbers. Let me do a little research really quickly. Okay, I'm looking at the most recent road courses finishes for Tyler Reddick and Ryan Blaney. And I've got to say, I feel like Ryan Blaney has more of a consistency around 10th place. It's 10th place to like 15th, it looks like. That's kind of his consistency. But Tyler Reddick has a 20th spot last week at Mexico City. Has a 3rd at Cota. Has an 11, and he kind of bounces back and forth. He has a consistency all of 2024 of being in the top 10. I think I'm going to push Reddick into this next round. I think that's the better choice. I love Blaney, but I think Reddick will win this round and go on to the next. I think that's the right choice. Almond Dingeling versus the Gibster. I think Almondinger, right? The Almondinger. Well, yeah. This is the road course, so Almondinger, obviously. What am I even talking about? But, okay, I just gotta say, I do think that Ty Gibbs is very much pushing to want to be that new, bigger driver than he is right now. I think he's doing very good. He's pushing back against the haters of like, oh, he's just getting paid to be there. He's got the in. I think Gibbs has a chance to upset in this round. But Allmendinger just has such a better stats in road courses, and I think that's a good strong reason to push him on to the next round. Okay. Austin Cindric versus Chris Buescher. I'm gonna have to look up stats again. Okay. Chris Buescher has the better stats. But no, Chris Buescher just has the better stats. But I gave the win to the last one that had better stats. I'm gonna give it to Austin Cindric for my version of an upset. I don't even know if that is an upset. I'm not a smarticle particle when it comes to this. But that's where I'm going with this. I think that's the choice. Yeah. So I'm not necessarily a smarticle particle when it comes to this. We're going into Sonoma Raceway. I do not know this track that well. And while I love Bubba, ooh, I think I'm going to have to go with Busch on this one. Busch just has that consistency, has that knowledge, has that stuff that I think Wallace just doesn't have when it comes to. I think Busch just has the years on him, really, and just has the knowledge of all these different places, all these different types of racing. I think Busch just has the edge on this. Christopher Bell versus Elliott. Okay, so this is probably gonna be I just like Bell more pick. I like Bell more. I don't know Chase Elliott and Bell's road course things. I don't really want to look into it because that takes 30 extra seconds out of my day, and I don't think I want to look that up. So I'm going to push Bell forward, and I'm okay with this. Busch versus Bell. I'm in love with Busch. I think I'm pushing him too hard. He's gonna be there. Okay, we're gonna all agree on this. So William Byron versus Tyler Reddick. Tick 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 tick. Gosh, Danish, bro. I don't know. I think I love Reddick. I love Reddick so much, but I think and my gut is telling me Byron. I think I gotta go with it. I think I gotta know when to pick my battles and when I need to just go with my gut. And I feel like William Byron's got this one. He's got to move forward. And then here's Allmendinger with Cindric. And I think Allmendinger just has the better road course races. So I'm going to push him forward. Again, this is just me picking. I'm not good at this shit, dog. I don't know what I'm doing, but I think that looks good. I think that looks good for Sonoma Raceway. I think this winner's bracket right here looks good. So let's move on to the next race. Mr. McDover, the high-speed 1 mile oval. I want to push Busch forward. I want to so bad, but I don't think that makes sense. Oh, this is gonna hurt me. I think Bell wins this. It's just Busch's consistency in the new car is not there. But let's look at his last wins. Let's look at them. Look at them together. Okay, we looked at the stats together because you saw my screen over the 30 seconds that I cut that out. You saw it. Busch has the better stats, even in the new car. I think I'm on to something here. I think this is where Busch is pushing into the winner's bracket. I think he wins this. I love Busch. Okay, I love him. I love him so much. And I think Bell in this car is overall the better driver. Just in this car. I think Busch is a better driver overall. In this car, Bell's got it. But Busch, even in the new car, Busch has got it at this track. And I'm going to push him forward. I'm glad that I looked that up because I was going to give it to Bell. And that I would have crushed my soul if I pushed Busch out like that. I love this. This is nothing but like a fantasy land for me, and this is my fantasy land, and you're a part of it. Now, part of my fantasy land is Byron versus Almond Dingling. I think Byron goes, right? Am I schizophrenic? I'm looking. I'm looking up their stats really quick. So William Byron has the better finishes at Dover, but Allmendinger has a better like track record of like consistency. His consistency is much lower than Byron's, but it is consistency nonetheless. That consistency is not gonna push him on to the next round, and I think it'll be Byron versus Busch. Man, no, you're not gonna believe me. Not gonna believe me when I say this, but I did a little bit of research before I opened this one up. Before I thought about this, Busch versus Byron, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the Brickyard, the mega ultra super ultra mega. Tell me why in the world of stock car racing, William Byron has been pushed into the spotlight with Jeff Gordon behind him. Byron has everything set up for him. He has the backing of a monster. He is a monster himself, and he can push to show he is amazing behind the wheel. Tell me why Kyle Busch in this car that he is not well known to be good at, why is he better in statistics at the Brickyard? Why do I have my favorite driver winning this year's TNT All-In Challenge? The Shrubster, Mr. Kyle Shrub himself, winning this beautiful prize of $1 million. This is my bracket, and I know you guys aren't going to agree. You're going to say, oh, Carson Hocevar is gonna win this all. Oh, William Bell's actually done a really good job this year. Oh, Ross Chastain has a good shot. No, the Shrub, Mr. Busch himself, is going to win. And this is my list, okay? You can't fucking tell me this isn't gonna happen, because this is what I believe. Mr. McShrub, the Shrubster himself, is going to win this year. You are going to cry. You're gonna hate this. And I'm going to be laughing to the bank with this. With my 2 subscribers. We're all going to laugh to the bank to this. And all this is going to get fucked up when Larson wins it all. If you enjoyed that video, I ask you to go look at this one. This one right here on the screen. I promise you I remembered to put a video on this one. Go click it. Join me on the next one. I love you guys. Thank you. Bye.